Bronze medal match here at the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus. Dominic Catalano alongside me, Chad Edwards. We got a good one for you here. Your 1 seed against your 5 seed. Koop and Navratil taking on Anna Bright and Dylan Frazier. Chad, what do you got in this one? What are your strengths and weaknesses for each team here, and what are you predicting?
So I'm going to predict Bright and Frazier taking this one. I like what I just saw. Navratil and Koop have been tested a couple of times today. Got away with one against Byron Kawamoto.
Yep.
And then the Johnsons just game 2 pretty much handled them pretty easily. But yeah, it's going to come down to how well Frazier and Bright can kind of control the point.
Yep.
You know, and we discussed it a little bit before the break. Koop and Navratil, very similar team to Ignatovic and Brasha. But Koop's just got that little next step up where she's able to pull the trigger. She's able to stay in a point, put a little bit more aggressive dink, something that's going to penetrate and pull out wide. So if Frazier and Bright can kind of control that and keep that in tempo, frustrate Navratil a little bit, they're going to come out on top. If Koop can control the points, set up Navratil, then it's a different story.
Yeah,
you know?
and I agree. Again, we talked about it at the end of last match, looking at the matchup, and we liked the matchup for Frazier and Anna Bright against Zane Navratil and Andrew Koop because of the fact that the match they just played is going to be very similar to the match they're about to play, and so they're kind of in that groove. We'll see if my X factor here for this match is going to be Andrew Koop and what she can do turning defense into offense against Frazier and Anna Bright.
Yeah, definitely. And that's, you know, we saw her against the Johnsons. She's going to sit two-handed backhand. She's going to slide to the right. She's going to look to tee off on that. If Frazier goes into the body a little bit more, that's where he's going to be successful. Don't try to power something by her on the left side because it's just not going to happen.
Navratil to serve as we start this first game. 2 out of 3 off the tape early here. Navratil and Koop on the board.
1-0.
Andrew Koop with a re-grip, and I think the tape is getting in her way on her grip. She got it figured out.
1-0-2.
Oh, great hands from Bright and Frazier right there.
I mean, Navratil read back on that first speed up. Frazier somehow gets a paddle on it. Bright gets another one on it, and then Frazier's sitting on the third one. So I think what it is with Koop right there, she's got a little bit of the grip hanging out past the tape. And it's kind of, because she's got that two-hander, it's rubbing a little bit.
Second serve.
Look at Dominic Catalano pulling out his toiletries bag and a pair of scissors.
I got it all.
Got everything but the kitchen sink in that Selkirk backpack right there.
Dude,
I think my child is sleeping in there right now.
Maybe. It is big enough. And the difference right there with the misdirect from Andrea Koop, she hides it a little better than Mary was doing in that last match.
Yeah, she does hide the misdirect really well, and Frazier stepped in to kind of be aggressive and wasn't as aggressive. If he's going to step in and take that ball, he's definitely got to be aggressive, because Koop and Navratil will make you pay if you hit a medium pace ball back at him.
Wow. He was airborne there. Great play.
I mean, he goes right foot, center line, one step, go.
Beautiful play by Zane Navratil.
He was pretty close to landing on that foot of the post here with these C&D nets.
Nice reset from Navratil and Koop. Just wide from Anna Bright. Now, that's a little bit of a difference too. Andrew Koop, Zane Navratil playing a little better defense, able to reset a little more. Is it going to frustrate Bright and Frazier enough that they do things like that where Anna Bright overhits it?
I think at this point, yes. If Navratil and Koop can stay in the zone where they are right now, they're not trying to do too much. They're in that reset. You attack me, I'm going to reset it. Wow.
Oh my goodness, Frazier with a dig. It's just not the right decision right there.
No, that's an unnecessary change of direction there. But as I was saying, they're in the you attack me, I reset. You give me a ball, I can attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything's controlled right now. That's where they need to say.
Oh, nice pull from Dylan Frazier. I don't think anyone here expected him to pull the trigger on this, because if he doesn't get this, he's out of position.
Yeah, if Navratil was kind of shading the backhand a little bit, that would have been the normal speed up that you would have kind of looked on that one, especially the way he was holding his paddle. But if Navratil gets back over on that forehand side, there's no way.
Navratil was expecting a speed up that never came.
That was a half scorpion right there.
Yep.
The tail went up and he went low, and then it became a ding. Hey, but I mean, the anticipation is there, and that's what we always talk about. Anticipate that ball coming hard. If it comes slow, you can adjust.
Yep.
Point.
And Bright and Frazier on the board.
1-4-1.
Navratil trying to flip back down that line.
Second serve.
Again, right? She's trying to flip that there, and it's not there.
The backswing's too big.
Right.
The backswing's too big on that one. It's going to get deeper. It's going to become flatter. You got to, if she is going to speed that up, go shorter, drop the paddle head under, and then accelerate.
You're watching Navratil read it too. He's stepping back. The right speed up from Andrea Koop right there. So her and Navratil just making the correct decisions at the right time right now. If this is how they would have played against JW and Georgia, it would have been a different match.
Yeah, I mean, the adjustment that they've made is what they needed to make mid-match on the previous one. Can they still make that adjustment? Absolutely, because if they played like this, win this one, play like this on Sunday, then different story.
All right. It's about those in-game adjustments and match-to-match adjustments, and they're making it right now. that's just great point construction, moving the ball in and out by Zane Navratil and Andrea Koop there, Chad.
Yeah, and Bright and Frazier are kind of at a little bit of a loss right now. And that's
right on cue.
Call a timeout. So they need to reset. They need to figure it out. Right now they're allowing Koop and Navratil to set the tone and set the pace of this game. You know, they've got to start changing things up, trying to set it to their pace. If they want to be aggressive, they want to speed up. You know, maybe take a step back away from the kitchen to give yourself a little bit of room, and then we start speeding up balls. We take some chances. If we want to stay in that slow one, then you've got to hit better balls, because right now, even with Koop and Navratil, you're staying in these dinks, but they're hitting the more aggressive, penetrating dink compared to Bright and Frazier, kind of like just getting it back.
Right, and that's what you call, the difference between dinking with a purpose or playing patty cake back and forth, right? And the team that's dinking with a purpose, putting the ball at your opponent's feet with a dink, rather than you just blocking that ball and just getting it back over. And that's what you're seeing from the two sides of the net right now. We'll see what happens here from this timeout. Anna Bright, Dylan Frazier burning their first timeout here, down 6-1 to Koop and Navratil. And Koop and Navratil still on first serve here. Wow, what coverage from Zane Navratil. And then Andrea Koop coming in flying with the forehand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if I really like that play from Frazier there, especially when you got somebody like Navratil that moves so well on the court. You just invited him up on that ball that's sitting up. So, there's a situational thing with that. If you're playing against somebody that doesn't move like Zane, yeah absolutely. Andrea's not going to get that ball.
Yeah, but you're dealing with one of the fastest guys on tour.
Yeah.
And he's going to get most of those.
Zane gets out of the way, that ball might go deep.
Yeah, it was going to be close. Still a 7-point lead here for Koop and Navratil.
Side out.
You hear Navratil go to Koop, good run, partner, and it's exactly what that was. They build a 7-point lead here in game number 1.
Second serve.
That's the crazy part about pickleball is Bright and Frazier looked like they were cruising in that last match, and now they're just in a funk.
Yeah, it didn't carry over.
If they needed a good point right there, that was it from Anna Bright.
Yeah, I mean, she just takes that off the toe of the paddle and then flicks it back across. Trying to figure out how she got that ball back up.
And this is what you don't want if you're Koop and Navratil. A couple easy points here for Bright and Frazier and let them back in. Wow, what defense again from Andrea Koop. That was a tight ball here on the sideline, wasn't it?
So I was like, yeah, that was potentially a little generous from Navratil.
Yeah.
Again, Bright changing.
They're all talking about the same ball we're talking about. I think Navratil might have played an out ball.
But again, some unnecessary change of direction. Stay within that. Probably not go as wide to Koop.
Wow, I mean, just good hands there again from Koop and Navratil, and putting the pressure on Frazier to try and hit a perfect ball.
Yeah, and that's what the defense does. You keep getting balls back, and then you're putting the pressure on to take a bigger swing to try to end that point and get through the defense.
Just sitting on that two-hander, Jed.
Yeah, The balls Anna Bright's choosing right now to speed up are not the best balls.
No.
She took a big backswing on that one. Weight's going back a little bit, and you're going cross court into somebody who wants to hit a two-hand back in.
Yep, and then right like that on cue, it's a game point here for Navratil and Koop, and the unforced error from Dylan Frazier into the net, and it's an 11-3 victory for Navratil and Koop in game number 1. We'll take a quick commercial break, see what Anna Bright and Dylan Frazier can do in game 2 to force a third game here at the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus. Game number 2, bronze medal match, pro mixed doubles. Game 1 going to Zane Navratil and Andrea Koop, 11-3. Anna Bright, Dylan Frazier to serve. See if they have an answer here in game number 2 to force a third game.
Keyword on this one, patience. That's how they came back against Brasher and Ignatowicz. They started making more balls, not choosing the wrong balls to speed up.
Right, and it's going to be tough if they leave balls up like that and Navratil and Koop are able to attack.
0-0-1. Second serve.
That was better positioning.
Yeah, much
Yep.
better constructed point from Bright and Frazier.
Frazier took the right ball there. I thought he was going to try to go cross court to Zane, but went back behind Andrea.
Oh, did you see Navratil spin it in his hand?
Spin it and then did windshield wiper back, wrong side of paddle. Teach that one.
Yeah,
I'm
go
going to hold
ahead.
four
Go
hands,
ahead.
spin it 3 times, and then hit with the backside of my hand.
Coming up next at Peak Performance Pickleball Academy. we're going to spin this paddle in your hand, teach you how to do this.
We tell you not to change grips, but
Yeah,
technically you didn't change the grip. You just went 360.
right.
Did she call that in or out?
Oh, Andrea Koop speeding up at the backside of Dylan Frazier. And very similar to game 1 here, Chad.
Yeah, but that's patterns. So Frazier hit that ball down the line twice. 2 good outcomes.
Yes, sir.
Tries to do it a third time, exact same ball.
3-0-2.
What's going to happen? Koop's right. No, not going to happen 3 times.
Right. It's a good counter, but again, Navratil telegraphed that a little
Yeah.
bit, right? Watch him. He sits back on this. You know it's coming, and look where Bright is. She's 4 or 5 feet back. Plenty of time to counter that.
Yeah, and she's right side, being able to clear that 2-hander.
Go, go!
Oh,
Nice, Andrea.
That's a good point right there. And again, it was Anna Bright going for the Ernie, and it did get them just a little bit out of position where we were able to go behind Frazier.
yeah. Frazier having to scramble to get back after coming over and covering Bright's Ernie. Sometimes the movement works, sometimes the movement doesn't.
Point.
And a good spot there from Anna Bright again. Finding that angle right there is key.
1-3-2.
Change up.
Side out.
If Navratil hits that full speed, I think Bright gets
She
it back.
gets paddle on it, just blocks it.
Yeah.
The power puts it back over. But he just drops it under, adds a little more spin. Nothing, not giving Bright anything to hit that back with.
Just a little long on the flip there from Koop.
Right spot, right ball, just a little flat.
And 2 times in a row, we're going to see Anna Bright face up against Koop. Trying something different here.
Hey!
And it works. Second time's a charm right there as they don't switch.
Side out.
Anna Bright gets this ball almost past the right leg of Andrew Koop, puts her head down, tries to go flat back, and
Yeah, and Bright held that well. She didn't telegraph it. She didn't move too soon. She waited to see Koop's head go down and the paddle flatten out.
Go.
Oh.
I like this change
I
up
was,
here. It's
I was
them,
thinking the same thing.
it's giving them so many more opportunities here, Chad.
Yeah. Well, and Bright is more of a left side player a little bit at times. She's able to use that two-handed roll that we talked about with Ignatowicz.
Yep. Yeah, and so she flips that back right there, and again, it's what it's doing. It gives her many weapons, right? She can roll that back over. She could flip it middle, or she can do exactly what she did right there, and she goes down the line.
Yes, ma'am.
So
3-3-1.
she's got so many options from that two-handed roll.
Point. Four, 3-1.
Timeout.
Point. Timeout receiving.
Oh, yeah,
Unforced errors. Couple unforced errors creeping in.
now, okay, call timeout, do Koop and Navratil. You're in their corner now. On the flip side, what are you telling them to kind of counter this? Because Bright and Frazier, all the momentum right now, they found something that's working. What do Koop and Navratil need to do to flip that?
I mean, in reality, don't be afraid to go to Frazier now, because he's got backhand in the middle. He doesn't have an overpowering backhand. Like he can hit a decent ball, but now he's, on his offside, kind of, and Bright's found a rhythm being in front of Koop.
Right.
So don't go to Bright now. Move Frazier out a little bit.
Right.
See if you can open up a little bit of a weakness there.
Because he's still pinching middle, even though it's his backhand. He's pinching middle. Why? Because Anna Bright's looking for that Ernie. She's trying to shorten this game and make the court much smaller. So now you get Frazier in the middle, pull him wide, or pull to the middle, get him moving, and involve him a little more.
5-3-1. Second serve.
There's a half a hold right there. They need to hold one more here and get that side out.
5-3-2. Side out.
Full on attack mode from Koop and Navratil at Bright there.
Yeah, and that was a good play. Bright kind of getting a little stuck. I mean, not anticipating Navratil to take a backhand, cross court to her backhand.
Navratil taking that ball off the tape right there, and he'll take that all day to get back in this here, as they've been stuck on 3 for a little while.
Four, 5-1.
Koop and Navratil back within 1 here.
Smart.
Yeah, and I liked on the flip side, though, Koop flipping middle right there, right? But Frazier turned that into offense quickly.
Yeah, and again, it wasn't an overly aggressive attack. It was more of a roll, heavier roll, get it behind Koop a little bit. Ooh.
Oh, and Koop trying to get out of the way of that, can't. Slaps that ball
They got the
behind her.
Yeah, they got the tip of the paddle. But one thing that I've noticed right there is Bright's two-handed backhand roll dink is keeping Zane home more. He can't come too far over because she can accelerate that and kick it out behind him.
How about the adjustment here from Koop and Navratil? Wow, and I was...
Don't step in on that one.
No, and I was waiting to see when Anna Bright or Dylan Frazier got impatient with
Yeah.
Andrew Koop just hitting that same spot over and over again. They didn't until that last one where Frazier steps in, just let her keep going, Anna Bright, as she's going cross-court. Nice.
5-4-2. Timeout.
Anna Bright upset with herself on that and that decision. As Andrew Koop just continuing to put pressure on and keep both Frazier and Bright back.
And that's actually an okay ball to speed up on. It's just she made the decision too late. She saw her take her paddle back late. Ball got on top of her and became really difficult to drive.
That's great cross-court dink there from Dylan Frazier, putting a lot of pressure on Andrew Koop.
4-5-2. Side out.
They're looking pretty comfortable with this this setup right here.
And again, Jed, you pointed out, though, that Anna Bright very comfortable on the left side, because in women's doubles, she does play that left side a lot. Koop trying to flip that middle. Doesn't get a lot on it. Allows Anna Bright to step in with the forehand for the winner.
6-4-1.
Yeah, Koop kind of just fed her that ball.
No, Frazier needs to not try and hit this ball. Anna Bright all over it with the forehand here. You watch Frazier step in.
He's done it. He's done it a few times where he's reaching in, taking that backhand. I mean, it's one thing that yes, you're reaching in and taking it with a forehand. That's your power.
Right.
But
6-4-2.
respect it. Give her a little bit more space on this one. Don't step in front of her and with the backhand. She's controlling the point. She's doing a good job. Let her set you up.
Side out.
And big side out here for Koop and Navratil. Still down by 2 here. Need to answer as Bright and Frazier looking very confident, very good in this second game after losing game 1 pretty handily, 11-3. Nice speed up from Navratil from a low position.
Yeah, and he disguised it a little better than the previous speed ups that he's done.
5-6-1.
Nice
Oh,
play.
Andrea.
Great job.
There's a little stare down there from Andrea Koop.
A little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Feeling it there on that one as she sped up 3 times at Anna Bright.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Bright tried to counterattack on that third
Six,
one.
six, one.
She was keeping it that point alive by resetting it.
Point.
Oh, and
Uh-oh.
that's 4 quick points from Andrew Koop and Zane Navratil as they bounce back and take the lead here. A couple unforced errors on the side of Frazier and Bright. Can't do that against a veteran team like Koop and Navratil.
No, and the unforced errors, once they start creeping into the game, you know, that's where you start giving away those runs. And like I said, we're already 4-point run. Good timeout. Try to slow things down, regroup.
Again, everything that got them here, though, is kind of taken away right there in that 4-point run because, again, Koop and Navratil making adjustments, and that's what a veteran team does. They're going to make those in-game adjustments, and that's a lot of times, you know, you see that from a top team to a team not in that kind of echelon is those in-game adjustments and what they can do on the fly, as opposed to someone going back and saying, oh, well, after the match, oh, I should have done this, I should have done this.
Yeah.
They're making those adjustments in-game.
7-6-1.
No.
Second serve.
See, Landon wasn't in my bag. He just walked up here.
He just climbed out of it. Look, he's
he did?
standing right in front of your bag.
He did. He did climb out of it. Oh, that's a nice pull from Anna Bright right at the right hip
Side out.
of Navratil.
Yeah, I mean, he knew it was coming.
Mhm.
He took a big swing at it, but potentially a little too big. But
6-7-1.
again, what you said is Bright went into the right hip instead of trying to beat him or pass him with it.
And nice 1-2 combo, and the difference there on that second ball, Navratil able to get it down at Bright's feet.
Six, 7-2.
Little strategy session between Dylan Frazier and Anna Bright before that serve. Full extension there, Chad, from Navratil.
I mean, they moved Bright and he just caught it on the edge.
Yeah.
Just caught it on the edge of the paddle. Yeah, I mean, they moved Bright and Frazier all over the court on that one, pulling him out. Again, though, we see Bright go for an Oni attempt that's kind of pulls Frazier out of place.
Second serve.
Let's go. Come on, Jill.
7-6-2.
Big side out here for Anna Bright and Dylan Frazier, within one here.
6-7-1.
Harder.
Full. Right foot.
There's a lot of hesitation for that.
I wanted to make sure I saw it. Absolutely. Point.
Oh yeah, right
Yep.
foot.
Yep, Navratil.
No question.
Yeah, he was almost all the way in.
Yeah.
7-7-1.
Oh, what a counter from Dylan Frazier.
Better job on that counter compared to the previous one. Again, Navratil kind of telegraphs it a little bit, but he's been doing a good job of mixing up the spots. That one he goes back to the left hip of Frazier. Frazier's just sitting there waiting on that back end. Doesn't have to do anything. Navratil creates all of the power for him. Ooh, duck,
Second serve.
Thanks,
roll.
Dylan Frazier. Nothing Frazier can do right there. This Koop going hard right at the body.
that was going to hit the back
8-7-2.
screens on that one.
Both Koop and Navratil going the same way here. We watch this. This is in unison. And ball's going the other way.
Yeah,
7-2.
good change of direction from Frazier. Doesn't try to hit that ball too hard. We always talk about it with the overheads. Defensive players want you to hit that ball hard. Create the angle.
And
Open the middle up, then hit it hard.
Yeah. And a 9-7 lead here for Brighton Frazier. Timeout from Koop and Navratil as Brighton Frazier looking to force a third game here. Winner moving on to Championship Sunday, where they will face JW and Georgia Johnson. Koop and Navratil lost to Georgia and JW 11-8, 11-3 in the winner bracket final. Looking for a little bit of redemption on Sunday morning / afternoon. But before that, they need to get through Brighton Frazier, and Brighton Frazier looking good here, up 9-7 in game number 2.
Time in. 9-7-2. Side out.
Oh, wow. That is not the time for that. You're about to go and get game point on your paddle. Hit that serve in the net.
Oh,
Wow.
Golly goodness.
Acrobatic Zane Navratil here on this cross court. He stays out of the kitchen that time. But Bright trying to just drop that soft.
yeah, didn't see the spin that Navratil had on from reaching that out of the air.
Second serve.
Miss hit there from Navratil. Ball sails long. They are within one here, trying to tie this up.
8-9-2.
You.
Nice.
Anna Bright coming out on top of that firefight against Andrea Koop.
Yeah, she excuse me, she started and stayed in it. Didn't take off. Stayed nice and compact throughout it all. Stayed through the ball, which put it back into that ready position each time.
Two mistakes on the last service games from Dylan Frazier. One in the net on the serve, and then not getting that third over. Got to make quick adjustments here. Ball sails wide. Couple missed opportunities to get to game point for Bright and Frazier. Cannot let Koop and Navratil back in here.
Yeah, that's not the time that you want a quick side out right there.
8-9-1.
You
Second
can't.
serve.
And you hear Andrea going, you can't, and meaning she cannot miss the third right there.
8-9-2.
Got to get that third over. Tough right there. And a Bright all over that speed up from Andrea Koop.
Yeah, that's the spot that Bright wants it.
9-8-1.
She wants to be able to unleash that two-handed backhand.
Just wide on the around the post from Navratil. He didn't hit it. Almost sounded like he mishit it. And that will give Bright and Frazier.
10-8-1.
Yeah, he caught it on the
point.
bottom of the paddle.
Second serve.
They fight off one game point. They'll have to fight off another here.
10-8-2.
10-8-2. Just long right there.
Too close. Side out.
And a Bright almost getting this to stay in, but can't
Yeah,
get over the top of it enough.
yeah. She got handcuffed and the face of the paddle laid back a little too much, so that pushed the ball up higher. Here it again.
Taking it off the tape right there is Anna Bright.
Let's go.
8-10-2.
Go.
Nice misdirect there from Dylan Frazier. He pulls Navratil here on the misdirect and then is able to create a little bit of a hole. Finds that daylight in the middle and a Bright all over it.
Yeah, he angled his body like he was going to go down the line with either a dink or a speed up. Had the opportunity to do either one, but held it until he saw Navratil kind of slide to the back end side and then just flicked it back across the body.
Second serve.
Game point number 4 here now for Bright and Frazier.
10-8-2.
Go.
Nice reset from Frazier. Remember that overhead.
Go. You.
Ball sails just a little long. Yeah, looked like there was a little bit of blue there.
Damn, your eyes are really good if you saw blue on that one.
Maybe. I mean, I could be guessing. Who knows? We've been in
but I do think it was long. It's just I couldn't see the blue. I'm looking at relative bounce behind the net, behind the baseline.
We have been in the booth shed for 9 hours. So maybe blue, could be pink, for all I know.
Go.
Wow, that ball definitely.
Yeah, she did a better job of dropping the paddle head on that one. She accelerated more, grabbed the ball a little bit more. Now that one landed like 5 feet in.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one. No doubt. There's a lot of blue in that one too. It was on the inside though. On the inside on that one.
Nice, Andrew.
Nice speed up there, and Koop and Navratil get off of 8 within 1 here, tying this second game back up. And looking to end it here in 2 are Koop and Navratil. Frazier and Bright looking to extend it to a 3rd game. Nope. Navratil not able to get on top of it, Chad.
No, it was flat. It was flat the whole way.
There's a ball that he would typically put away, but again, long day out here, not able to get on top, and it is game point number 5 for Bright and Frazier.
Second serve.
Now 6.
Wow, I mean, you just can't keep squandering these opportunities. Right now, it's just spelling trouble right now for Bright and Frazier.
Yeah.
Even though they're in the lead.
Yeah.
Because you're giving a team like Koop and Navratil a chance here.
Yes, 100%. How many times have we seen how difficult it is to get that last point? The other team just keep chipping away, chipping away, chipping away.
Ooh, and they fight off another one here, but if this gets to 10-10, I'm thinking Koop and Navratil have the advantage if they can get it there, though. Well, it'll be game point number 7 here for Bright and Frazier.
10-9-1.
Great reset from Navratil, but too much Frazier in the middle. And that ends it 11-9. Bright and Frazier answer the bell and will force a 3rd game here in the bronze medal match. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, game number 3 for you here on Championship Court at the APP Chicago Open, presented by Lexus. Back here on Championship Court, game number 3, bronze medal match. Koop and Navratil take game 1, 11-3. Bright and Frazier answer with an 11-9 victory in game number 2. Chad, Bright and Frazier had to fight to get that 11-9 victory, though. It took 7 game points on their paddle. Koop and Navratil battled back, but we're going to game 3.
Yeah, I think we'll see Bright and Frazier stay in the reverse stack, typical to mix doubles with Bright on the left, Frazier on the right. They had good control with it. Bright was doing a good job setting the points up. And I think Navratil and Koop, they need to find a little bit more patience. You know, Navratil telegraphed some of those speed ups. They had the opportunities that were there. Stay a little bit more patient, stay in that rally a little bit longer. I think Koop went to the restroom.
Okay. I'm wondering. I'm like, we're not. Are we going medical? What's going on here? Andrea Koop may be in the restroom. She is not on court right now. So, Brighton Frazier just warming up a little bit as the lights are on here on Championship Court for this third game between Anna Bright, Dylan Frazier, Andrea Koop, and Zane Navratil. Looks like Andrea is back, and we will be underway shortly. Winner take all, game number 3 to 11. Players will change ends at 6. What are you expecting here, Chad? Moving into our 9th hour in the booth.
I am looking to see Navratil and Koop, like we're talking about, stay in the point a little bit longer. But I'd like to see Koop kind of. Well, are we going? No, we're going back to a standard stack. So right here, if Bright and Frazier stay this way, then.
Oh, Navratil can't get out of the way as that ball is going to be sailing long.
Yeah, and that's what we can't do. I think Koop has to go. She can't be attacking from 5 feet behind the kitchen line right there. Yeah. She's got to go behind Frazier, even though it's Tui's forehand. And she's got to look for a counter attack from Bright. And Bright has to not try and go for too many earnings. I like the movement at times, but unless it's a good setup, she's got to stay.
Well, Dylan Frazier getting a little love off the tape right there, and they get on the board first here, up 1-0.
1-0-2.
I love that spot there from Frazier on Navratil as he had him pinched in the middle, Chad.
Yeah, he's done an excellent job of going back behind Navratil, because Navratil's just not expecting him to be able to take that middle ball and accelerate it through with the backhand.
Sign out.
Big side out there for Koop and Navratil. A good answer for Brighton Frazier as they take a 2-0 lead here in game number 3. Wow, Anna Bright. What a point right there, Chad. Great construction from her.
So honestly, I think I almost feel like Bright floated that on purpose a little bit to try to bait Koop into it, because if you see that ball sits up a little bit, she's already sitting two-hander. Smart.
Wow.
Very smart.
That is just pickleball IQ, Chad, at its finest right there. Anna Bright. Again, I talk about Georgia Johnson growing up in front of our eyes. Anna Bright doing the same thing here. Just great placement.
Yeah, I mean, she read in the middle of a firefight that Navratil was taking a step to the middle and to change direction and put it back behind it. Tough thing to do.
Just misses that. She kind of mouths, "I had him." We'll see here on the replay if she really did.
Yeah, she had a decent alley.
Yeah.
0-2-1.
Navratil wasn't expecting that. That ball wouldn't have gone past him if he had been expecting.
Wow, I mean, that is just great movement by Frazier and Bright again. Good point construction.
But I tell you what, Bright's two-handed roll out of the air there, or even with her dink, she's got so much spin on it, and it drops down so quickly. Navratil can't even move back to the middle. Because if he lets it bounce or it gets outside him, he's done.
Yeah. It's there. She got pulled really wide, but she couldn't catch up to it. She's trying to hit that on full sprint and couldn't get around it enough.
Yeah, it just didn't look like she got outside the ball with the paddle. She only got behind it.
That's a nice ball in the middle there from Dylan Frazier. And they take a 3-0 lead. Game number 3. I'm liking this combination of the reverse stack of Frazier and Bright. It's all about being confident in your female opponent playing the left side. And the only reason I say that is because typically you'll see the males on the left, females on the right, because males are typically bigger, cover a little more ground with that forehand in the middle. But when you have Anna Bright in the middle there, it makes a little bit of a difference, Chad.
Yeah, and I think like we've been talking about, the two-hander is what is really setting things up for her. She's able to keep Navratil and Koop off balance because they're switching back and forth, trying to counteract her two-handed cross-court ding.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They're trying to change things up. Every once in a while they put Koop in front of her, then they'll switch it and put Navratil in front of her. Trying to come up with a formula to stop them, but nothing right now. It's a 5-0 lead for Bright and Frazier. Great counter from Dylan Frazier.
But again, we see Bright pulling Navratil out. So here he tries to take that ball out of the air instead of letting it bounce because he's sick of being pulled off of the court.
Yeah.
And then Frazier's just sitting there to finish it off.
Come on.
I mean, that's just pure frustration from Navratil and Koop as they're getting every single thing back.
I mean, Navratil hit an amazing ball.
5-0-1.
And Frazier, I don't know, just had his paddle in the right position, maybe. Dude, we're getting destroyed by gnats.
Yeah, you and I look like two air traffic controllers back here. Wow, I mean, the length and reach right there at Dylan Frazier. Watch him go forehand and then finish backhand. And just a great start to game number 3. 6-0 lead for Bright and Frazier. We'll change ends and see what Koop and Navratil can do to answer the 6-0 run from Bright and Frazier.
I don't know if he can have a better start than 6-0.
No, you really can't. You can't. On the end change, it doesn't get any better. Nope. Not unless you were getting spotted points.
No, but you've seen the confidence shift for sure for Bright and Frazier. And we discussed it a little bit where when Bright was on the right, she's pulling the trigger and speeding up balls that weren't there. Potentially not having as much confidence as that Dylan can cover as much when he's on the left. So here now she's, or that she can even set him up as well. Now she's setting him up.
Yep.
And he's got enough power on the backhand to end it.
Second serve. 6-0-2.
Wow, just everything going Brighton Frazier's way.
I mean, that's fast hands. And then getting a little net love as well. That one's not coming back.
No, no. And the look on Navratil's face when he hits this ball too, if we had a close-up of that, he was very angry and put a lot of anger into that shot. And that'll do it to you down 0-7. I love, you pointed it out, Chad, and it is perfect. Navratil's coming over, he's hitting that dink, right? You'll see he steps in front of Andrea Koop, but you watch him, as soon as he hits that, he sprints back to his spot.
Yeah, he's gone. He can't hang in the middle.
No. And it's Anna Bright. She's forcing that. He can't hang in that middle. He has to get back to his shot, or his spot, or else she's gonna roll that thing cross court and burn him. Oh, I don't know what happened to Frazier. He got handcuffed himself right here. Get a good view of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he.
Oh,
yeah, the elbow went back first, and he couldn't get his body out of the way.
That's a good spot there from Navratil. Again, it's just, you've seen Navratil now play the right and Koop on the left, and they're just trying to answer. Nothing's working.
I mean, that was a double right hip right there. Frazier went right hip Koop, then right hip Navratil.
That's a great spot by Bright. So instead of just going straight power, she went inside out a little bit on Navratil, and he wasn't expecting it.
I mean, the reach in from Frazier to get that thing started was full extension power with a flick.
Just long.
It was a hole with both people on that side of the court.
Yes,
apparently.
there was.
091.
Oh, nice combo there from Koop, finishing that in the middle. And they get on the board here.
191.
Oh, that serve had a ton of spin on it.
that thing kicked.
It was coming right at us too, and both of us are looking at it going, I don't know where that ball's gonna go. Wow, that's great pressure dink from Navratil, going backside on Anna Bright, and they're getting right back in this, Chad.
Navratil's on a mission right now.
Yeah.
Like he's adding more spin to his serve. He's ripping it. He's just going for it. I mean, you're down. Well, you were down 9-0, so you really don't have anything to lose at this point. Is just to go for it.
And he just misses that. He set himself up perfectly. We were watching him get this. He's getting a little extra spin on his serve because he's cutting through it underneath it now, creating more action. Oh, wow, it's great.
Nice hands, though.
From Navratil. I mean,
Nice hands.
Almost gets lit up here.
It is, yeah, hit his leg.
A good grab right there, though. And it is a match point here for Brighton Frazier. what a comeback here.
I called it at the beginning.
You did
I
call
just
it.
didn't call that switch.
No, that is absolutely unbelievable job from Anna Bright and Dylan Frazier coming back after getting handed game 1, 11-3. They come back, battle 11-9 in game 2, and then handily win game 3, 11-3. They'll move on to Championship Sunday where they'll face Georgia and J.W. Johnson. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, I'll talk with Dylan Frazier and Anna Bright about that victory here at the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus.
The APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus. Sponsored by PowerPlate, Selkirk, Sunmay, and Pickleball Central.
Last time here on Championship Court, I'm with Anna Bright, Dylan Frazier after their bronze medal match victory over Andrea Koop and Zane Navratil. Congratulations first and foremost. But Anna, let's talk about the adjustment from game 1 to game 2. You go into game 1, you guys lose 11-3 pretty handily. You make an adjustment in game 2, put you on the left, Dylan on the right. What was the reasoning behind that?
We were just getting smoked, so we figured we would try it. And I've played a lot of mixed on the left, so I am like quite comfortable in that pattern, even in mixed. And wish I would give it a try. And immediately it was working because we were really just having trouble in the normal mixed formation. Andrew was thinking really well. They just weren't making mistakes, so we figured we'd change it up, and it worked out.
And by putting Anna on the left, Dylan, you're very comfortable on both sides of the court, so it really doesn't make any difference for you. But what does it do confidence-wise when you're seeing Anna play so well on that left side?
Yeah, it definitely helps a lot when Anna starts playing well. I can kind of feed off of it and play a little bit better myself. Yeah, the first game, Zane and Andrew, we were talking, they just didn't really miss a whole lot of shots. They were just letting us beat ourselves. And then that second game, putting Anna on the left was working because, one, she's the stronger player. Two, because the way Zane and Andrea play, it just works out. Like with speed ups and counters and stuff, it goes to Anna's strong two-handed backhand. So that was good. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my manager, coach, trainer, Andres Tardio, the real Tardio. He was sitting on the stands over there the whole game, and anytime we needed to find some energy, we could always turn to him, and he was helping us through the match.
Well, again, and we'll get right back to that, Anna. Is again, typically when you'll see the stronger player put on the left,
Right.
and we talked off camera when you guys switched and put the stronger player on the left, it worked, right?
Absolutely. Dylan and I played a dink game today, and he was like, there's no way I'm going to lose. I won. Then he was like, no, you didn't win yet. We have one more point. I still won, so I won twice. So I think I earned my place over there.
You absolutely did. Dylan Frazier, Anna Bright moving on to Championship Sunday where they'll face Georgia Johnson and J.W. Johnson. Will be there Sunday for you. But tomorrow we're back at it again. Men's and women's pro doubles here at the APP Chicago Open presented by Lexus. We'll see you tomorrow morning, guys.